I have a story that I wanted to share with you guys out of the Sunshine State. This is Brian Hamaker writing for WTVJ out of Miami, and Stephanie Price writing it for Fox 13 out of Tampa.
Oh, no.
So this is from Doral, Florida. So, you know, I tend to think cigarette towns have the best news. You know what I mean?
Cigarette towns?
Doral, Winston-Salem, Newport.
Is this the origin of Doral cigarettes? Is this?
I believe so.
I didn't even think about that. I just thought like it was coincidental.
No, all towns are named for cigarettes, and if your town has a cigarette name, hey,
I'm sure there's a town
stuff.
called Marlborough somewhere.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Marlborough County in the UK.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill.
I'm from Fentanyl Lace Joint, Alabama.
Yeah, Winston Churchill was of the Marlborough family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I bet those
totally
places
impressed.
smell bad. Right?
Yeah.
It just smell like divorced dad.
So, yeah, this is Doral, Florida. According to an arrest report obtained by WTVJ, Carmen Valdez De Miguel, 67 years old, was arrested on Monday and faced charges of an organized scheme to defraud, grand theft, and resisting an officer without violence. So the alleged con began on March 11th when a man who has not been identified for reasons that will become obvious.
Okay,
he's
wait.
a fucking idiot.
So it's an old lady
Yes.
defrauding. Like, this is going to be good.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when it's an old guy defrauding people, you're like, just kind of bank fraud or whatever. Old women defrauding people is always rock and roll.
Oh, yeah. And, much in the way that I feel like the pro baller guy, it's like he robbed from a bank. That's a good person to steal from. It's like, this guy is so fucking stupid. You're like, is he a victim? We'll see.
Let's find out.
So this man found a flyer on his car for a tarot card reading, and he called the number.
Don't do that.
Have you ever followed up on a piece of literature that was given to you on the streets?
Oh, well, there's that. And then, like, when someone puts it on my car, I have to, like, you think it's a ticket at first.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, fuck you. You put it on my car. I've never been like, oh, interesting.
Only
you buy
ironically.
junk cars? Wow.
Yeah.
I've called a number ironically and asked for something, and then they know it's a joke instantly because they're like, no one ever fucking calls this number. What's wrong with
Called
you?
the Jehovah's Witness to ask if their refrigerator is running. We've all done it.
Hey, that's how I met my wife.
I called the one that just said, have you had a rough year?
Ooh, was that a Christian one?
I probably.
Okay.
I started trying to talk to them about my
Scientology.
rough year, and they hung up on me.
What?
Pieces of shit.
One
How
time,
rough is your year?
Bad.
in
Like, this
middle
guy's
school,
trying
I
to
called
stab
the
me.
suicide hotline, and they hung up on me, which is
Oh,
like,
wow.
dude.
Were you pranking them?
No, I was like actually having a rough time.
Oh, wow.
Man.
And I think I was just so distraught that they didn't like want to put up with me, so they just hung up.
Wow, that's fucked up.
That's like one of those jobs like pilot. Like, you can't be bad at being on the suicide hotline.
Yes,
Like,
that's
you have
correct.
to be good at it.
And those are
At least.
volunteers.
Jesus.
Yeah, and by the way, the junk cars thing, I've always taken that to be offensive. Like, wow, you think my car's that shitty? Thanks.
Oh,
You know?
always. I'm always like, look, it's just a little dent in the bumper. It's not like it's not drivable.
Sometimes you see them on brand new cars, and you're like, "Oh, they just put it.
They'll put it on anything,
They just pay some guy to hand out thousands of these per day."
I always find it offensive.
How do I get that job? I'm looking for jobs right now. There's so little I can do.
I don't think that's a job you want to have.
I don't know,
necessarily.
but I can't get. Today I was looking at city jobs for the LA city, and I was like, "Fuck." They're not even jobs I could lie about because somebody would die. Like, I
trying to
can't
get-
be a helicopter mechanic. I can't. If I lie myself into that job, someone's dying.
Yeah, I don't think you can chat GPT that resume
No.
to get yourself through the door. There's going to be a practical test at some point.
They're asking for
Sounds
some
awesome.
shit that would affect people's lives.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be a good building inspector. Come on, folks.
Dude, I want to see any of this. This is a TV show right here.
Sam tries to get a job.
I
as
think
a
that's just the plot of
helicopter
AP Bio, isn't it? Like he lies about being a teacher. So
So
It ends up being a social worker. full circle.
just inspiring people, retiring, getting a Rolex, the whole thing. It was like, actually, turns out I had no qualifications for this.
I've been trying to write a resume for superstar comedian for the past couple of years now.
So he finds this on his car and calls the number and spoke with a woman who agreed to a tarot card reading session for $20. And on March 13th,
That's actually cheap.
That's a pretty good deal.
I mean, hey, you gotta,
I've never done one of these.
have you not?
Usually, scam artists charge more than $20.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
See, like I play trading card games, so whenever I'm like goldfishing, as they called it. Like, you're trying to make sure if your deck works. People are like, are those tarot cards? It's like, it's Magic the Gathering, motherfucker. Like,
yeah. I was going to ask you because I know famously Atlas is a trading card guy. What's your experience? So you haven't had a tarot card?
No,
reading?
I never have.
Okay,
no.
like an adult has, or like an older person has been like, so you don't like just all cards?
Yeah, that's kind of the energy I'm thinking of.
Have you ever had a conversation with a weird person who tried to ask you about your life? You've had a tarot card reading.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, so
well, no, I was just thinking because I feel like all those images on tarot cards, is that not like kind of the basis for a lot of that magic and that kind of shit?
I guess so. I like the idea from Wizards of the Coast is like that kind of sprang up from D&D.
Yeah, but to me, it's all just like that kind of like heavy metal fucking, but like Frank Frazetta,
but like mixed in with like astrology. Like mixed in with fucking.
It sucks when you see a tarot card that doesn't have cool ass art like that. Have you ever just seen a basic ass one?
They turned it into like bicycle cards. And shit.
It's like, how do you make this worse?
All right, so here we have the Hangman, and it's just a guy hanging out on his porch.
He spoke with this woman and agreed to the $20 tarot card reading. And on March 13th, he went to an apartment and met with a woman who referred to herself as Maria Rodriguez, who turned out to be Carmen Valdez De Miguel. The report says during the reading, she told him that he needed a deeper spiritual cleansing.
And then the porn music started.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. It's like, what? Are you going to stick something up my ass? Like,
spiritual cleansings begin with a massage.
Yeah. So the deeper spiritual
it's a
cleansing.
jaunty porno.
That sounds like if Seinfeld did porn.
Yeah. What's the deal with this in my ass?
It's like Fat Albert porn.
So the deeper spiritual cleansing procedure would cost between $600 and $700.
Oh my god!
And he agreed to a partial payment and transferred $200 via Zelle. So he's like, "All right, I'll pay for part of it now."
It's all been legit so far.
Come back.
This lady's
the funniest part is that Zelle is like, "Are you sure this isn't a scam?"
Like you could be selling your mother for like to pay for like a head surgery or something. Like, are you sure you know this person?
Dude,
and then he was
so
like,
funny.
"No, I got to charge right through this $200."
I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Yeah, like Venmo, Cash App, those will just let you do whatever. Zelle is like, no, seriously, are they telling you to go to the drugstore and get Google Play gift cards?
Because this happens all the time.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't like Zelle very much.
Don't make me question my decisions.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know what I'm spending my money on.
This lady's doing Scientology on this guy.
Oh,
I also like how her pseudonym is basically the Latina version of just like Mike Smith, like the most generic ass name.
So on March 14th, the victim returned to the apartment and met with Carmen for the deep cleansing. During the session, Carmen asked the victim about his available bank balance. Which I love that. It's like, we're here to talk about your spirit. Now, real quick, how much you got in that Wells
Now,
Fargo?
real quick, how's your 401k?
Now, money is
preliminary information.
The tariffs fucked me. That's how.
Since money is the root of all evil, you need to tell me how much evil you have in your bank account.
And cleanse it into mine.
So he said that he had $8,000 available, and she told him to bring $3,000 the next time and assured him that if she used the money in her very special ritual, it would double, and then she would return it the same day.
I've heard about this
The same
scam
day?
on like Unsolved Mysteries back in the 90s.
Really?
So, yeah, this is like a classic scammer type scam.
Do the Unsolved Mysteries claim that that it works?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It works on but here's the thing about these people is they want to be robbed.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like, "Oh, I need a spiritual cleansing." The fuck does that even mean?
Or they're just looking for any type of meaning. Get a hobby, dude.
You're paying to feel good about yourself. And if you leave this scammer's house feeling good,
take a walk. Just
good
take a
on
walk
you.
outside.
$200 well spent.
Take a walk,
I say.
and this is like a thing that I've sort of like glommed on since college, and especially seeing like my parents retire and not knowing what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
Get a fucking hobby. Like, it's important to like have something you like to do, because otherwise it breaks up the monotony. Like, don't like work to live, not live to work. that shit.
Right. Yeah.
So same idea. Like, go join a book club or something.
Senior center. My parents love it.
Yeah.
Senior center.
They love it.
My mom goes swimming every morning, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you, for their Christmas, get some binoculars and some bird books and a bird feeder.
Wow.
My parents
That's pretty
are
cool.
well into the bird watching, which is, of course, the last stop before the grave. So I have
Yeah.
concerns, but hey, they like it.
The weirdest thing about bird watching for me is it's like a hobby you can lie at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw a fucking blue-throated thrasher.
And they're like, how do we know you're not lying? How do you know I'm not telling the truth?
Yeah. I saw what I saw.
I saw what I saw, motherfucker.
Yeah. He said he had $8,000. She told him to bring $3,000 next time and assured him that it would double. So on March 19th, the victim returned to the apartment with $3,000 in cash. And Carmen lit a bunch of candles and placed the money in a bag filled with eggs.
Did it have a $sign on the side?
I mean, I just first of all, she's this is working because she's got eggs, and those are expensive.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? In this economy,
Yeah.
I went to buy a dozen eggs the other day. I had to refinance my fucking house.
Jesus.
yeah.
You do the banana scam, but with eggs.
Doing pretty good these days. I've eaten a lot of hard-boiled eggs.
It's bizarre. Just putting $3,000 in a bag with eggs is already fucking weird.
Well,
but
you got a rube like this going. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
maybe it's just like, how far can I take this for
yeah.
my own humor?
If this was a scam, then they wouldn't put eggs in the basket.
That's insane. Yeah. So during the ritual, Carmen proceeded to break the contents of the bag. So I like that. Just
So she's ruining the money. Yeah.
So it would seem. She's just
You can't use money with yolk all over it. It's
Yeah.
worthless.
right.
Actually, I'm wondering, like, what amount of foreign substances can you get on money before it is rendered unusable? If the structural integrity of the dollar bill is intact, can you pour Coca-Cola all over it?
I mean,
coffee.
Isn't cash one of the filthiest things you can handle?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can. I think it's if you have 3/4 of the bill and the serial numbers intact, you can still
swap it in? For,
because I had a very coked out boss at a pizza place I worked at who gave me $100 tip, and I'm almost positive he gave it to me because he ripped it almost totally. He's like, "This might be money."
This might be money.
Take it to a bank.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
did.
they'll
This
hook
might
you
be
up.
money.
I did. I took it to a bank, and then
And it worked?
It was money.
All right.
Turned
Good-
out. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right.
Ripped in half when I was snorting a fat line. Left a little too rocky. You know what I mean?
Not wrong. Probably not wrong.
This bill's spent.
So she breaks up the eggs, and the victim said that Carmen appeared to be startled when the bag was open, and all that was inside was broken eggs and worms.
How did she do
She
that?
did a little switcheroo, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's David Blaining this motherfucker now.
Okay.
So,
Worms is a good addition to the scam.
yeah.
I like this.
Well, and she's like, "Oh no, worms!"
Get a little double boil in trouble.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
That means his spirit's really uncleansed, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I was expecting doves, but worms is bad.
And you're
Your
going to get
soul
a
is
spot
dog
of blood
shit.
on your hand that you won't be able to wash out.
So
Yeah.
when the man asked for his money back, Carmen claimed that she was unable to do so due to her state of mind after being rattled by the eggy worms. She said,
So she had to spend all the money on the eggs twice then. So one for the bag with the money in it and one for the bag with the worms in it.
yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of investment to get this scam to work, I think.
That was my high school team, by the way, the Vestavia Hill Eggy Worms.
So she said that she was so freaked out by the worms that, she couldn't bring the money back until the next day.
Look how gross they are.
Yeah.
Ew, icky. I wouldn't want to put my hand in there.
What's that bag under the table? Fucking nothing. Just get out of my house.
Yeah. She said that the $3,000 would be returned the next day. The report said after the encounter, the victim made multiple attempts to contact Carmen, who refused to return the money. So
Lord.
that's where
Do you want worms? I don't want to give you worms.
Yeah. I got to work on bringing this money back.
For me, this is like she would have made more money just continuing to scam him with the fake spirit
Straight
shit.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a good thing going.
And then the fake spirit shit is also legal because they think they're getting a service.
yeah.
She just is not creative.
Yeah.
No, she's not smart. This is like most criminals went for the big gain short term. Should have played the slow nickel game.
That's how they did it in the music, man. That's
Yeah. 76 trombones in the Eggy Worm Parade.
Shapoopy.
So she asserted that the funds were part of a ritual and could not be released until the candles that she had lit during the ceremony were extinguished on their own, which I think that's fucking genius.
Yeah.
So she's got probably those big ass long candles, and she's like, "Oh, it's got to
must
burn
out
all the way while I'm running out of town."
If you're going to try to cut the Eggy Worm ritual short,
I'm going to put on Wait for It from Hamilton on a loop.
Yeah.
Just wait for the candle to burn out.
So despite having previously assured the victim that his money would be returned the same day, Carmen was taken into custody on Monday and given the opportunity to return the money, but she denied knowing the victim. Like, shout out. That fucking rules.
All right.
I've never seen this man in my life.
I feel like she's gotten in this situation before, perhaps.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
What's your name again? Mike Smith?
Right. So she also resisted being taken into custody and used her fake name during the arrest. And investigators also found that she had 3 warrants in other separate theft cases. So she's been at this for a minute.
Of course.
Carmen appeared in court on Tuesday before Judge Mindy Glazer, who set her bond at $5,500. And this is the judge's quote. "Okay, I had a chance to review this very interesting arrest affidavit, which also makes one realize that you should never respond to a flyer left on your vehicle." I like that the judge has rendered
I like
that
how the
into the
judge is
record.
on our side with that, too.
Yeah. Let's render this into the record that this was a stupid thing you did. And because you don't know what's going to happen, especially when you're asked to bring in $3,000 in cash, put the money in the bag with some eggs.
Wow. Snarky.
I know.
Yeah.
Mindy Glazer, she's after it.
Props to the judge for still doing her job, but I think that's good to sort of hi, please don't respond to the junk cars business card in the future. Cool.
Does it say what kind of drug this lady's addicted to?
No, but I mean,
Oh
she's old, so I would think she's just insane
Pills.
naturally. Yeah.
Pills, yeah.
Or pills. Yeah, benzos.